Hey guys, with the second podcast with Elaheh, we are here to talk about different things. She's prepared with some other questions about self-confidence, I suppose. She's going to raise it. Ella, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yes, of course. It's Elaheh here. So thank you for having me back, first of all. And so for the previous episode, we talked about self-confidence. Mm-hmm. And we didn't really ask a lot of questions. We kind of went over the definition of self-confidence mm-hmm. and, different types of self-confidence that we have. And it was a very nice discussion. So for this session, I've prepared 5 questions. Well, technically, I haven't prepared it. There were just questions that I asked my friends mm-hmm. and I told them, what questions would you like to be answered in our podcast regarding, relating to, self-confidence. And these were the questions that were brought up. So if you're ready, then let's start. Okay, perfect.
Mostly it is like the case that I am asking questions, but this time, these 2 sessions, you are questioning me.
I'm questioning you, exactly. Okay, so let's go with the first question. How does one cultivate self-confidence in a world filled with constant comparison, and social pressures?
Mm-hmm. That was a nice question.
It's a good one, I know.
Okay, I was totally off guard, mm-hmm. and you just came up with. I suppose I answered the question last session, but
a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, good. Okay, but you are just dealing with comparisons that exist. Mm-hmm. And how we can just build up self-confidence in mm-hmm. this, let's say, time. I'm thinking to answer the question. It's a little bit complicated. Time. Yes.
Yeah, take your time.
I'm just trying to formulate my thought in the best way. When you are just dealing with self-confidence, as I said before, you're dealing with just what you have in the past.
Of course.
And what I said, when we are talking about self-confidence, the most important thing that exists in someone's mindset, it is the authenticity of the person. Mm-hmm. If the person is authentic, so doesn't need to just go for just upgrading anything. I don't know, cosmetic surgeries or other things, as you said, it was physical attraction, something like this.
Yes, exactly.
And when we are dealing with confidence and comparison, sometimes people are comparing themselves with other people regarding different things, which it is not in their domain of expertise. So, or in them at all, generally. Mm-hmm. But when you are just considering yourself as a thing, like, as a person with some certain talent, certain, let's say, flaws, you are just assured that what you are selling, your talent, your beauty, whatever you have, has some customers. You're not going to have the whole market, in my opinion. The proportion you are going to deal with, in my opinion, is enough. A percentage which you are just dealing with is mostly enough for you to just go through your life, have your own, build up a good confidence and enjoy your life.
Good.
What is your idea about it?
To be honest, I think that was well said. Honestly, if I wanted to answer the question, I couldn't say it better. So yeah, I'm just gonna agree with you and say nothing and leave no comments because I think you said it in the most perfect way.
Thank you. Yes. I just take it as a compliment.
Let's move on to the next question. Okay. So the next question is, can self-confidence be learned, or is it an innate trait that someone, or better to say, some people are born with?
That's a good question.
Seems like I'm surprising you a lot today.
Yes. It is one of the just cases of not just looking at your questions before coming to this session. I believe both cases may happen. There are some people with self-confidence. It is inborn in them. They innately confident because, it is not like just they are confident. Maybe in their childhood they have been given this kind of thing,
Exactly.
that you are the best. Some parents are like this, and I don't find it, tell you the truth, a positive thing, because when you're just giving your child a pseudo self-confidence, it is a little bit complicated, because the child grows up with this mindset that I am good, why should I try more? And
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you know what I just remembered? I just remembered an episode of stand-up comedy by Max Amini. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but he's talking about Persian men and why they're so confident.
Yes,
because,
I know. Yeah. Because the parents say that yours is golden.
Yes, exactly. Yes. Since basically you're a kid, the first thing that they put in
yes, I know. You don't need to continue.
Yes. Yeah, so that's exactly what I remembered when you were saying that.
Just because when they're just giving them some kind of fake self-confidence, it doesn't give them the opportunity. It doesn't give them any room to try harder to become better. But the self-confidence you earn in your childhood is not always productive. Sometimes it is destructive, because, as I said, it limits you to some extent. But when you gain it, you go through it. It is not... when you acquire it, the best way, a word I should use, you go through some certain steps, and you just gain it in the best way possible. So, as I said last session, if you look at it, if you look at yourself with self-confidence, if you look at yourself how you earn that now, it is really productive, because, as I said, mostly people have some talent, have some expertise, but they don't look at it. When you ruminate on the daily activities you do, it will just make it better. So in my opinion, both cases may happen, but I myself, I don't say the first one is not good, but I myself go for the second one, acquiring that during the time.
I really love that sentence that you said, that even though they may acquire self-confidence, but it's not always productive, it's sometimes destructive. So I'm like, whoa, because there's a lot to talk about there. So that was a really nice sentence from you. That's something I'm going to...
If you want, you can add whatever.
Yeah, no, that's definitely something I'm going to take out of this session. I don't know. It's one of those sentences that I'm sure is going to stick with me for a long, long time. So that was really nice. Thank you.
Thank you.
No, there's nothing I'd like to add. I personally think that self-confidence is definitely not an innate trait. I believe that, when children are born, there is nothing in their subconscious. It's empty, it's blank, and it's parents and basically the environment and people around that child that, just keep filling that, let's say, subconscious, and just, building it up. Okay. So based on that, I believe that no, it's something that we acquire in time based on the things that we experience. And I don't think that this is something that, we just naturally have.
Now that you were talking, I was just thinking something else. Something passed my mind. That primary self-confidence that parents give mostly is important too. Because if you look at it just around the world, especially in a country like ours, boys, better say male, have more self-confidence than female generally.
Yes.
And it is very hard to just assist female citizens of this country to gain more self-confidence, because I suppose it is because of the childhood. From their childhood, they have been given this chance that you are confident, you're like this, you're like that, so you should be just better than other people. And when a negative thing comes up, I don't call it negative, but mostly the society considers crying a negative thing. They say that you are not the girl, so don't cry. So,
exactly.
Just these negative things, I suppose, can construct a good thing, can result in a good thing in male, let's say, creatures, better say, boys and men. But for women, it is not that much strong because they don't have it. And,
exactly.
they have been considered from childhood. Nowadays, it has. The trend has changed.
Definitely
yes,
better.
but they have been considered as a. I want to just give it a suitable word, not as strong as men.
Yes,
Yes.
I agree.
Yes, and it is a little bit negative.
In our culture, or better to even say not just in like the Iranian culture specifically, but like in the Middle East, in general.
in some other countries, it has been like this for so many years because
Yeah,
of that.
yeah,
Now
exactly.
that just trend is changing, people are just pushing each other to uphold women. I don't say it is bad; it is totally good. But exaggerating that is a little bit problematic.
Yes, of course, of course. But like I said, not just in the Iranian culture, but like even like in the Middle East, I think that women for a very long time, not nowadays, but like for a very long time, they've always been born into this world where, let's say, they felt like they've been a second choice. I mean, we've all experienced this. Our parents, our grandparents, they're like, oh my God, a child, which is a male, a boy is better, is superior, compared to like a girl. Always newly couples are trying to get pregnant and trying to have a boy. Why is that? Okay, now it's not the case.
It is changing.
It's changing. It's getting better, and we're seeing much more equality. But for the longest of time, we've lived in such a culture. We've grown up in such a culture. So because of that, I think that's one of the main roots why we don't have us women, we don't have self-confidence, because we feel like we've came into this world and no one wanted us. You know what I mean? So like when you feel unwanted, like that's the first thing that's going to like let's say destroy that self-confidence, before it's even built. So
that's good.
Yeah.
Ella, I suppose we need to just keep it up to here. We go for the next one.
Next question?
No, next session.
Next session? Okay.
It was very nice having you, Elaheh.
It's always a pleasure to be here, and it's nice to talk to you.
Thank you.
Thank you as well.
Thank you.
Okay.